Good morning, Pudha. Today mainly we are going to discuss about the programming concepts. So under that we have our main focus is to discuss about the algorithms, right? So what is an algorithm, right? Think about something like this. Your parents, they are going to build a house. So what will be the first step? So they are getting together with you all and mainly you are identifying your requirement. Okay, mainly focus on like how many rooms that we required. Okay, right? Then where we are going to put our prayer room. Okay, or the kitchen, right? Dining room, the living area. So everything you are discussing with your parents. Okay, then the parent or the father, he is doing a rough plan, right? Rough plan. Okay, then after that what he is doing, he is going to another person called architecture and giving his requirement. Okay, giving his requirement. So when the requirement has taken by the architecture, what he is doing, he is drawing this one, he is planning this one. Okay, so first he is doing the first planning, first solution according to the given requirements. Then he is giving that thing to your father. So when he is taking this one and coming to the house and again discussing how these things are, is our requirement are satisfied. අර ගෙදර plan එක අපේ requirement එකට හරියනවද කියන එක බලනවා. Then you all are discussing. Discuss කරලා කොහොමද එන්න ඕනේ, දොරවල් කොහොමද එන්න ඕනේ, දොරක් මෙතනින් දාන්න පුළුවන්ද? ලිවිං ඒරියා එක මීට වඩා අඩු වෙන්න ඕනද? දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ අතේ තියෙන ගානට හරියන විදිහට මේක යන්න ඕනේ. right? ගයක් හදන්න පටන් අරගෙන මගදී නවත්තන්න බෑ. එහෙනම් අපි ඒක කම්ප්ලීට් කරන්න තමයි මූලිකව බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. ඒ හින්දා දැන් අපිට ඒකේ තියෙන ස්ක්වෙයාර් ෆීට්ස් ගැන, වර්ග අඩි ප්‍රමාණය ගැන හිතන්න වෙනවා. Then we are discussing with our family members. අපි ළඟ කොච්චර සල්ලි අතේ ගාණක් තියෙනවද? With that you are going to the architect and asking, okay, now here you have given a room 12 to 14. So can we reduce that thing to 14 to 12 and 12 to 10, something like that. එතකොට architect කියනවා දැන් බලන්නකෝ වර්ග අඩි ප්‍රමාණය ගත්තොත් එහෙම 12 වැඩි කිරීම 10 කියන එකයි 12 වැඩි කිරීම 14 කියන එකයි ලොකු වෙනසක් නැහැ. ඕගොල්ලන් ඔක්කොමලම ජොබ් කරලා ඉන කට්ටිය ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඔළුව නිදහසේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ. So like that you all are discussing. You are having a requirement of a house, right? But with that you are discussing with the architecture who is having some experience and you are getting some idea. So algorithm also same kind of thing. Before you are writing a computer software program, okay, why you are writing a software program? To satisfy some requirements. You are having a problem. For that problem you have to write a solution. You have to take a solution. So you are going to take a automatic computer solution. So for that first we have to plan. So algorithm is something that helping us to plan our software. Okay, an algorithm is a method to show the steps in solving a problem. An algorithm is a step-by-step procedure for solving problems. The need for this is to present a way to solve the problem with a plan. So you are planning this thing. How you can plan? With the flowchart and with the pseudocode. Remember about that. Now when you are planning these things, right, we are in the world we are having some standards. Okay, so they have given something called control structures. So what is a control structure? A control structure helps to control the steps in our software program. අපේ software program එකේ තියෙන steps ටික control කරගන්න according to the situation. How we can control our code. So that for that they have introduced something called control structures. There are 3 control structures, that is sequence, selection, repetition. Sequence, selection, repetition. Okay, now first we are going to discuss about the flowchart. So when you are designing the software program, you are going to plan it with the help of the flowchart. One method of algorithm. Algorithm එකේ තියෙන එක method එකක්. The next method is pseudocode. Later we will discuss about that. When you consider about the flowchart, this is a graphical representation. Graphical representation. It has some specific symbols. It has some specific symbols. These are the symbols. I think now you all have already went through these symbols. So starting and the end, input and the output, process, decision, flow directions and connectors. Connectors means what, Puta? If you don't have enough space here, okay, now think when you are writing the solution, you don't have enough space. So what you can do, like I'll take MS Paint, I'll show you. So in the Paint, so we are going to write a solution, right? So here you are using this start, right? So I'm taking something like this, input number 1, number 2, then the next one, the process, total is equal n1 plus n2. Now you don't have enough space here to output, so you are putting one page connector. On the next page you can put one here, okay, then you can give output total, and you end this, right, end. Okay, so this is the way of using the connectors. So we are using some standard symbols, okay, standard symbols to start, to end, to input and output for the process and for the page connector, and it has given the data flow lines too. So think about that, right? Okay, no need to save. I'll cancel, file, new, don't save. Okay, I'll minimize this one. So here the connectors and the symbols, everything is okay. Now here you can see the control structure. So the first one, sequence. In sequence, the steps from the beginning to the end are executed in order. හරියට පඩිපෙලක් නගිනවා වගේ පුතා. පඩිපෙලක් නගිද්දි මොකද වෙන්නේ? ස්ටෙප් බයි ස්ටෙප්. ඕගොල්ලන් යනවා වගේ පඩිපෙල 4ක් 5ක් එක සැරේ පයින් නැහැ. ස්ටෙප් බයි ස්ටෙප්. එක ස්ටෙප් එකක් නැග්ගා ඊට පස්සේ ඊළඟ ස්ටෙප් එක ඊට පස්සේ ඊළඟ ස්ටෙප් එක one after the other. එකකට පස්සේ එකක් විදිහට තමයි යන්නේ. So start, input the radius of the circle, calculate the area of the circle, output the area of the circle. So here your first what you will have to do to calculate the area of the circle, first you have to input the radius of the circle. After you input that, what will happen? You have to calculate. So you are calculating. After calculate, you have to output the result and end. So you can see these steps are going one after the other. So this kind of thing we are calling as the sequence. Right? Now when you consider about the programming, as I said, there are 3 control structures. Sequence means step by step procedure. Okay? Right? So you are starting, you are inputting, process and output. There's an order. So that order we are calling as the sequence. Now we are moving to the second part, selection. The selection indicates the flow direction depending on the condition being satisfied or not. Now here you are having a decision box. With this decision box you are making a decision, Puta. Okay, so here you are having a flow. So you have to input, then you have to find. You have a number. That number you are dividing by 2. That number you are dividing by 2. After you divide that by 2, if the remainder ඉතිරි වෙන එක බිඳුව නම්, ඉතිරිය බිඳුවක් නම්, දෙකෙන් බෙදලා ඉතුරුව බිඳුවක් නම්, ඒක මොකක්ද? ඒක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම even number එකක්. එහෙම නැත්නම් odd number එකක්. Is the remainder is 0? Yes, then it's a even number. If it is no, it is an odd number. Remember that. Okay, right? So you are inputting. After that you are doing a process. With the process you are making a decision whether to continue or whether to stop. Right? Here in this question they are asking find whether a number is odd or even. Odd or even. So you are inputting a number, you are dividing by 2. After you divide by 2, if the remainder ඉතුරු වෙන එක බිඳුව නම්, that is a even number. So is the remainder is 0? Yes, then an even number. It is an even number. So this is the output parallelogram. නේද? සමාන්තරාශ්‍රයක් ඇතුළේ තමයි output එක දෙන්නේ. මේක satisfy නම් ඒක even number එකක් විදිහට display කරනවා. If it is not satisfied, it is displaying as the odd number. Right? Then you are stopping. හරි නේද? හොඳට තේරුම් ගන්න මේ දේවල් ටික. Okay. Now the repetition. Repetition means what? A step of or several steps. Step may get a number, total equal total plus number. So step or collection of steps are repeated till a condition is satisfied. මොන හරි condition එකක් දීලා දිනවා, මේ condition එක satisfy වෙන කලින්ම මේක repeat කරනවා. හරියට මගේ වාහනේ petrol tank එක තියෙනවා. petrol ටික full tank වෙන කලින් අරයා බල full tank වෙන කලින් ගහනවා. until the tank full fill නේද සම්පූර්ණ fill වෙන කලින්ම මෙයා petrol ගහනවා එහෙනම් හැමතිස්සෙම මොකද වෙන්නේ එයා check කර බලන්න ඕනේ මේ tank එක fill වුණාද කියලා something like that step or steps several steps are repeated till a condition is satisfied or are continued till it is satisfied ඒක satisfy වෙන කලින්ම කරනවා ඔයාගේ යාළුවෙක් train එකේ එනවයි කියලා කියනවා 5ට දැන් ඔයා 5ට ස්ටේෂන් එක ළඟට යනවා හරිද ඊට පස්සේ කියනවා ටිකක් පරක්කු වෙයි කියලා එතකොට ඔයා මොකද කරන්නේ ටවුන් එක වටේ පොඩි වටයක් යනවා train එක එන කලින් ඔයා එහෙම මෙහෙම රවුමක් ගහ ඉන්නවා එක තැනකට ඉඳගෙන ඉන්න නැතුව train එක එන කලින් අන්න condition එක train එක එන කලින් right ඔයා වටයක් යනවා වටයක් ගිහිල්ලා ඇවිල්ලා බලන train එක ආවද කියලා නැහැ ආපහු තව වටයක් යනවා something like that till the train comes you are moving around the city හරිද train එක ආවෙන් පස්සේ you are stopping you are taking your friend and going right something like that so till the condition satisfied you are following these steps so you can see here start total equals 0 get a number total equal total plus number are there any more numbers yes then you are repeating if it is no you are outputting the result now I'll take something like this input 5 numbers display total okay something like this so if you have taken this so you can write start right so you have 5 numbers you have to take a count so I am taking c equal 1 okay total when you are starting total is equal to 0 total 0 now what will happen now you are checking here right I'll take a decision box here is c less than or equal 5 yes okay yes is c less than or equal 5 yes so then what you have to do less than or equal 5 now input number in now what will happen now this has to add to the total so you are taking total is equal total plus number now here we have to put a page connector I'll use a page connector here okay 1 so I'll use 1 here so now the total has added number එකක් දැම්ම number එකට total එක add කරගත්තා now what you have to do you have to increase c by 1 right so c equal c plus 1 now what will happen now here after that this one has to come something like this okay මෙන්න මේ පැත්තට එන්න ඕනේ now I am putting 2 here so 2 here this condition is connecting here right now again you are checking is c less than or equal 5 c less than or equal 5 කියන එක check කරනවා yes නම් ආපහු number එකක් input කරනවා total එක ගන්නවා c එක increase කරනවා so like that it will go when the condition is false no what will happen you have to now display total okay and then you have to stop okay right so you are stopping here right so this is the flowchart that you have to follow I'll explain this thing in detail in the evening session okay right just go through the things that I have discussed here නේද මම මෙතන දීලා තියෙන ඒවා ටික හොඳට බලලා we'll discuss these things in the evening 10 o'clock we are starting the lecture okay right thank you and God bless you all